All right. Yes, and we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Tomb of Annihilation. We are giving a little something different here regarding our video stuff. So we have a few technical difficulties. That is why, because we're using Discord instead of Zoom. So we're gonna see what happens. So yeah. Let's go ahead and look over the notes of what happened last time on Dragon Ball Z.
Hit us with that recap, Dungeon Daddy.
I would love to use the actual announcer voice the entire time, but that might be a little weird after a while.
I just have one thing to point out.
Mm-hmm.
Kavarak never gave me an answer.
Oh, snap it. Yes. Yeah, we will get to that. We will get to that here in just a minute. All right. So as of last session.
By the way, the camera thing is on my end.
Okay. Oh, I see you're trying again. Okay. Yeah. So if you would pop
on
in.
On the broadcast, I see all of you.
Okay.
On Discord, I do not see Jack.
Okay. Well, yeah, that kind of sucks.
This is what it is.
Yeah, technology, you gotta love it. All right, so last session we had begun where you guys were in front of that big zombie door, with the three gnawing, gnashing zombie heads, and you guys ended up doing, instead of dealing with that door right away, you guys decided to head back for a number of shenanigans back in the wine room, or should I say the mirrored wine room. And a lot of things and stuff happened.
Unfortunate things.
Yeah.
Totally normal things.
Yes, Kavarak definitely got a boo-boo on his noggin after rolling a nat 1. That was actually pretty amazing in my opinion. But luckily,
You ever pass out face down in a room flooding with wine? Happens to the best of us.
Yeah. But hey, if you're a dwarf, that's the best way to go. That's how I would look at it. Let's see. So yeah, got knocked out, but got saved. But got saved by Gimbal. Let's see. After
to be fair, definitely not saved by me alone. There was a certain bird that made that process go
That's absolutely true. With the casting of Levitation and Mage Hand, we were able to finally get Kavarak out of there, and to a point where he could get resuscitated back to life. Then after that, they ended up going back to the normal version of the dungeon. Let's see. And then they went back to the zombie door that they started off in. You guys finally, you guys made it through the door. And you guys managed to, I think I can safely say this now, you guys managed to halt the rising of potentially innumerable skeletons from a bunch of those, something I can't think of the name of them, the cauldrons.
Whoa. What you're saying is we stopped ourselves from an infinite XP farm.
Yeah, well, hey, that all depends on your point of view. It's either XP or potential death. One or the other. Let's see. And then there was some issue with that shield in that same room where you started throwing force damage at people. Both Baron and Kavarak managed to knock it down with the pushing of the cart that they had available to them in the middle of the room. And then some things happened where our friendly neighborhood Mr. Bag, got possessed by another trickster god, Papa Zottle, where the Ubalaka returned to the ring they had found, and then things begun to happen where it almost appeared that Kavarak got proposed to, or at least looked like got proposed to by Bag of Nails, and when things didn't go quite right, the ring got knocked out of his hand. Baron picked it up and managed to not get possessed, and that is pretty much where we left off. So yeah, what would you guys like to do?
Well, that's an excellent question. I should look at Roll20 better.
Yeah, so you guys did leave off in that room where all the things and stuff had happened. So, yep.
Bag of Nails quickly gets onto his feet, brushes the dirt off his knees, and says, looking like, you know that look that cats get when they're like that Ayers look?
Yeah.
Yeah. He gets that Ayers look and said, "We should keep going." And he walks out the door.
I thought it was going to start grooming itself.
If Gimbal doesn't see a lot of faces, being as how there's a height difference, so nothing seems out of the ordinary at all to me.
Do I see that when I walk out?
Actually, yes, you do. You see, as you are walking out of the room, Bag of Nails, you just so happen to see this really odd creature kind of walking up the stairs, and he's not really seeing it at first, but then he just so happens to kind of look up and like through the railing spaces, he kind of looks up and he kind of stops and spots you, and then just kind of stops and stares, and then he's. What do you do?
And who are you?
We are your worst nightmare. And he's gonna turn around and he's gonna try to run back downstairs.
Okay, I want.
Real quick, what was
gonna
the
take a shot.
generation
You're not
from the
like
ring thing?
falling out at school.
Okay. A lot of talking just happened.
Alright.
I just made a joke. I said, nonsense. You're not my teeth falling out at school.
and as he's starting to turn around and kind of go back down the stairs, kind of at a quickened pace, you hear him go, "That's a good one."
He's got a sense of humor, so I like him.
Let's let him live.
I would shoot at him if he said that and ran. I would shoot at him.
Yep. Well.
Oh yeah, it was a threat. That's valid.
All right. So yeah, so at this point he's pretty much at the bottom of the stairs now.
Okay, back to what I was trying to say. What is the regeneration rate on that ring thing?
Let's see. Well, let's see. Let's find out here. No, but of course, I believe you do have to attune to it before that happens. But we can. Let me get that information up to you here real quick.
Obviously, we've not had time to attune anything.
Let's see. Ring of Regeneration. Let's see. Let's see. Well, wearing this ring, you regain 1d6 hit points every 10 minutes, provided that you have at least 1 HP. If you lose a body part, the ring causes the missing part to regrow and return to full functionality after 1d6 plus 1 days. If you haven't, as long as you have at least 1 HP the whole time.
So you really don't want to get knocked out while your limbs are recovering.
Yeah. So I will go ahead and I will post a screen.
Not a bad joke. I'm not going to.
Yeah, but yeah, just
question: does it just restart the regenerating process if you get knocked out, or does it just halt and you stop regrowing that and it never restarts?
Yeah, it says as long as you have at least 1 HP at any point, and then you're good. But yeah, if you've been knocked down to 0 hit points, then it'll stop. But if someone revives them or gives a potion or something that puts it to at least 1 or more, then the regeneration will probably start again. Seems like that's how.
Great for a barbarian,
right?
As long as the rage is going, you're not unconscious.
Yeah, that definitely would have helped for a certain barbarian on a certain fire trap.
Shh. You don't mention this.
We don't mention him anymore.
Is he like a dark secret of the group now?
Yes.
All right. So anyway, he's kind of making his way down the stairs. What do you guys?
So
want
do
to
I still have a shot at him?
I'll say because of the point of view, he will have at least partial cover because of the railings and the
Okay. So just a second, I want to check something.
Okay.
Damn.
Are you guys ready for me to do something stupid?
Yeah.
I
Sure.
mean, that's your regular. So...
Yeah, I'm ready.
Wow.
I feel like it's been
Now,
a while. We've had a real
Based on the
stupid-
screen, I'm hoping this isn't going to be too bumpy. But I outspeed him sliding down the rail.
Ah, yeah. This is some...
Well, you can, but I'm going to say because, well, first of all, you'd have to be able to catch up to him, or at least get up to there where he's, I don't know, close enough, whatever you want to do. But I will say you'd probably have to roll, perhaps, I'd say maybe,
Acrobatics, maybe?
yeah, like maybe an acrobatics. I was going to say like some kind of dexterity roll.
I rolled a 24 to hit, and I want it to be known I'm going for his knee.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay, first let me get
I want to slow him down.
All right, let's see.
I want somebody to
I had a
question.
better and less dangerous idea.
Okay, let's see. Okay, if
I'm
roll.
sliding down the shield. Malone style.
All right, well, let me pull up just in case his character sheet. All right. Yeah, I need paper. Just in. Yeah, maybe I don't. You know what I can do is let's see. Okay, good. Oh, come on. Roll 20 is being difficult for me here.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
I know, right? Okay. So first, okay, so what you said it was 20 something to hit?
24.
24. Okay, yeah, that does hit. And so
Okay.
all right, so go ahead and roll damage for that.
All right. So there's 11. I'm assuming since he saw me and started running, he has already acted, so I don't get my assassinate, correct?
Correct.
But I do get my sneak attack? No?
Let's see, I'm trying to think. Let's see, sneak
You don't
attack.
have advantage, and you don't have a companion within 5 feet of him.
That's true. So yeah, no sneak attack. I was just
That's
trying to remember what it was exactly, as it's been a long time since I played a rogue.
No worries, rules nerds here.
All right, so that was 11 points then. Let's see.
Yep, to his knee.
Okay.
Trying to slow him. I'm trying to hobble him.
All right, so you do so. You managed to aim it just right. You managed to, and it does like hit him in the knee, and he does stumble down several steps. And I'm going to see, and I'm going to have him roll a dexterity saving throw to see if he face plants or not. Let's see. And okay, so as he's going down there, he gets hit in the knee with it, and then it almost looks like he's about to face plant, but he manages to catch himself on the railing, and he's like, ah, as you know, because it was that delayed pain and tumble, and like, oh god, I'm gonna fall, and all of a sudden, okay, now I can accept the pain. So, okay, yeah, so he manages to stay up, and yeah, is there anything else anyone wants to try to do?
I'm kind of way in the back, so I think I'm out on this one.
Okay. Yeah, because it looks like, yeah, the only other person...
Well,
I would, you know what? I would say based on you. Okay, everyone else, based on where they are, you guys would know that there was potentially something. Then you know that bag of nails fired on something, but you guys don't actually see anything from your specific perspective.
Yes, it's below the horizon.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so he manages to hobble his way down to the stairway, or down to the next level.
Trevor, are you going to go after him?
Well, I was gonna go out and hearing like the stuff.
Okay.
Yes, I was going to go after him myself, if that's okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna give Baron, my good friend Baron, who I trust very much. I'm gonna give him my wrench because it still has about 9 bullets of levitation loaded in.
Just in case.
So if you can whack the guy with it and set off a levitation, he's gonna have a much harder time running.
Yeah, he's gonna be running in midair.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and just lend my good friend Baron my wrench and see what he does with it.
Oh boy.
Yep. All right. So yeah, Baron. In that case, are you going to still attempt a railing surf?
Oh no, I had updated the plan to
Oh.
make it less likely for me to fall multiple stories to my death.
That's fair.
So
I'm going to slide down the stairwell on my shield.
Okay. All right. All right. So I'll make this probably.
I also had a quick way of descending that, but I wanted to check with, so this center area
Do not miss the
here.
step.
No, I wasn't going to Misty Step. So because there is a drop down, is basically the width of this pathway actually the same exact width as the continuous drop down there, or does it truly come in some?
So, if I'm understanding you correctly, the floor that you see there is technically the same size as the squared stair area. So, yeah, when you go, so I'm trying to think of a good way to put this. Basically, yeah, it is about the same size if you go down the next floor, if that's what you're asking.
The
But
stair
is it
and the
like-
hallway match up all the way
Is
down.
it like tapered? Like it's not. That's what I was trying to make sure. I didn't think it was.
It's straight down.
Yeah.
It's just straight. Okay.
Yeah, it's just
that's what I
straight
was thinking.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
I wanted to double check to make sure I was understanding it correctly.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. Cool. But yeah, see, it's just a straight down deal into the next area, whatever you want to say.
Okay. We'll have Bjorn do his
All right.
gliding escapades.
Okay. How about I'll have you roll maybe a fairly easy dex check to keep yourself on the shield as you're going down, because I imagine like Kevin McAllister going down the stairs on a bobsled kind of a situation.
I'm still fully expecting to bounce off a wall. So,
Yep. Well, we'll
Just
have to
saying.
find out.
by the way, Sean Iris, you'll understand this. I'm using the yellow die.
Oh no.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Wow, an average roll.
What? With a yellow die?
14.
How do you manage that?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Has it lost its mojo?
Yeah. I forget. Did the
It
yellow?
hasn't been used in a while.
Did the yellow doesn't it usually roll really bad or like really good?
It rolls on the extremes.
Okay.
It usually always rolls on the extremes. Yeah.
Okay, that's true. That's true. I remember now. But yeah, you managed to you get on your shield, and I'm assuming like in your best dwarven bagpipe playing ways, you do that. Not that you would actually get your bagpipes out for this, but yeah, you managed to get on your shield. You kind of tuck your legs in, and you go.
I'm using the wrench this here.
Yeah, and you managed to actually get down there without killing yourself. Congratulations!
Hey!
You know.
Good job. You did it.
Yes.
Yep, and you managed.
My turn.
Yeah, and you managed.
Well,
I'll do it
commend Baron
again.
for not killing himself because it's always a surprise.
Yeah, and so yeah, you managed. So you're thankful when it comes down to the next floor, and of course, the front of your shield is gonna maybe be a little scuffed up, but for the most part, everything's fine. All right. Well, let's see. Go down here and get us over to the next room.
Oh boy.
Okay.
What?
Okay. Now I'm assuming. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So in this case, yeah, 'cause, this is one of the alterations that I said I'd made, where one whole floor is I decided to take out. So. So yeah, you manage to. So you're now all the way down here, and yeah, and from your guys' perspective, you guys still do not see him.
Bag of Nails is just gonna move down.
All right. Let's see. Actually, yeah. Okay, yeah, there you are. Okay. And so I'm going to have, let's see. I'm going to have this guy.
Quick thought. Before Bag of Nails gets too far away from me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want to cash in hand this guy.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, oh yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. Looking at the map now, I realize that right here is where you guys will technically be coming down. So really, we should have you guys right here. Yeah. So
I was kind of wondering. The stairs look a little interesting.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, we'll just.
So we're here?
Yeah, you guys will be coming down this particular step right here, and then you got the landing is like right. Come on, is right here.
I think I might have just seen a lot of things I wasn't supposed to.
That's okay. You know.
So, have I been able to see what the thing is yet at this point?
Let's see. Yeah, at this point, okay, I'm going to move him actually right here then. I'm sorry. What's the question? My mind's getting pooped.
Have I been able to see the thing yet?
Oh yeah, because he is now currently right here.
I wonder if we caught up
Or
not.
So
yeah.
we came down. We technically came down over here. Is where we're supposed
Yeah,
to be.
yeah,
Where I just popped back down?
Yeah, because this staircase here on the bottom is, well, we'll say, is technically where you came down, and then the landing to that staircase is right here. So.
Okay. I
Yeah.
get it now.
All right. So now that we've kind of gotten that. All right. So yeah, so at this point, you know, he's as he's moving, you know, he's hearing you guys coming down, chasing after him, and you know, and of course, as he's turning around and running, you know, he's seeing this dwarf on a shield coming to a nice smooth stop behind him. It's like, guys! All of a sudden, I turned him into a goblin, apparently.
Little goblin.
Yeah. So.
Goblin.
Yeah, and so he's moving, and he comes to this corner here, and he starts to and he's looking down the path there, and he's like, "Help! Help! They're after me!"
So Bear, you should actually be down here.
What was that?
I would like. Oh, go ahead.
I was trying to tell Tonkin his character should actually be right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your character's right about here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wonder why I didn't see anything. So what do we recognize what this thing is, by the way?
Let's see.
Kind of check already.
Let's see. How about maybe the best thing I can think of is maybe roll me a nature check.
Okay. That was a 21 sound.
A 21 is
22, even better. 22.
And I think he would have advantage anyway.
Yeah. So you realize though that in terms of size and body proportion, all that, this particular guy looks very dwarf-like, but it looks like he has been put through the ringer. He does not look like a normal dwarf, you know. It looks like something has definitely changed the way he looks. You know, what happened? You have no idea.
I want to do something crazy.
All right. Hey, we're all here for crazy.
So I'm gonna explain this to the DM.
Okay.
And then one of the people I would like to be involved can decide if they want to do this. But
okay.
What I want to do is I want to turn. So I want to get in front of Baron. I want to turn towards Baron. I want to grab him and then fall backwards and fling him at the thing.
Oh, so you
So
want
we're in a Colossus then.
So you're trying to be pretty fancy here with. So you want to grab him, like do a thing, like almost like do it like a dwarf toss.
Not
We're
like that.
We're slingshotting the dwarf.
Yes.
A la Colossus throwing Wolverine.
So I'm grabbing him and I'm falling backwards onto my back and throwing him that way.
Okay.
So, and I'm hooking in with both my claws and my paws, and just all full bore, just tossing him.
Yeet.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, just to kind of just to see how well this works out specifically for Baron. Like, maybe roll. I know this might sound kind of weird, but roll an insight to see if you're able to tell what he's trying to do as he's doing it. Because if you roll too low, you're just going to get flung willy-nilly, and you'll just barrel into him.
I'm so glad that is my best skill check. So I rolled a 3, but it's actually an 11.
Okay.
Jeez.
So, yeah, so it does take you a little bit by surprise, but as, like, it's almost like a Matrix thing, as you kind of see him going, ooh, as you see him go back and start to do it, you kind of realize, like, oh, I see what he's doing, and you're able to just in time get to a point where you're able to, like, how would you want yourself to physically be if you're being tossed like that?
Well, if we're going this route, I'm going head first with the wrench ready to swing.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's see. Let me just making sure I get the right area
Sean,
here.
I got to do some maths here. So I am not proficient in this wrench, I believe.
Luckily, it doesn't actually matter because
Okay.
you're using it to cast a spell.
Mm-hmm.
Which
I still need to hit the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, so and I'm assuming that with this wrench, do you have to physically come in contact with the target for the spell to go off?
let me
Well, the
look
question,
up.
Sean, is what's the normal pluses and minuses from the thing? And then what do I need to subtract from? I believe it's still a -4, right?
Levitate
Okay.
should be touched.
No, it should. Yeah, it should just be no
Oh, it is.
proficiency.
So you wait a minute. One creature of the choice to see within range, right?
Oh my
If it
god.
simply matter if I need to crash into it and it works, then I'm just
So,
going
You just need to get within 60 feet of the thing.
He's already
And-
with it.
So if you're within 60 feet, you can cast the spell. It has a range on it.
Oh, okay.
But you do have to
Oh.
hold the wrench because that's where the spell
Then why
is
did he
stored.
have to hit my time?
I wanted to hit you with it.
Because I couldn't see you.
Yeah,
So-
oh, that's right. You're below the line. I actually had
So, in actuality, there was zero need to throw Bjorn at this point.
Well, I didn't know that. So.
Yeah. So, but the
No,
but,
I'm okay with this.
actually had to
Bill.
touch
Yeah.
him.
Bjorn doesn't know how this thing works. So
Yeah.
Bjorn's still going to hit the thing thinking that's how it works.
okay.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Just cannonball into it. Just
Mhm.
cannonball.
I'm in Superman pose, but it's a short, stocky door.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah. Hey, you know what? I totally want to see how this works out. So,
I don't no clue.
all right.
Sean, what's the normal pluses on your wrench of doom?
So luckily, you actually use my spellcasting modifier.
Oh god.
Okay. All right.
I had to go back and look that up, but it even says, while holding the object, a creature can take an action to produce the spell's effect from it using your spellcasting modifier.
Okay. Nice.
All right.
You get the big boy spell pluses of +9
Holy mother of God! All right.
proficiency
Oh
and
boy.
intelligence.
Oh boy.
So what do I have to roll to
And
fling him that far?
How about either?
or no, I apologize.
How about
Save.
yeah? How about either an acrobatics or athletics? Either one.
Acrobatics for sure. Here we go.
Okay.
By the way, I may have still missed anyway.
Uh-oh.
No.
I rolled a 13.
That's an 18.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So first of all, okay, based on these rolls, so bag of nails, you grab him and you do the whole rolling on your back, and you go okay up, Daisy, right behind you, and here's Baron, in a Superman pose going, And then he goes in to swing. Just as you're about to get there, you go to swing, and this particular creature, or should we say dwarf, he turns and sees you, and he goes, ah! And he begins to scream as he kind of like falls back, like, oh my god, and then you end up kind of going just over him, completely missing him.
Okay, I would like to appeal to the judge here.
Okay.
Okay, follow my logic here. Now, Bairn doesn't know that the spell can be activated without hitting him. Okay. So he thinks he has to hit him, right?
Mm-hmm.
However, his intent is to hit him and activate that spell.
Mm-hmm.
So would that activate the spell anyway, because he's trying to cast the spell?
I think in this case, yeah, you won't physically do any damage with the spell since your attack roll was not high enough to hit his AC. So hence why you kind of flew over him a little bit, but you did have the intent.
It would be their spell save, regardless.
Oh, okay. See.
Still not a good roll. So.
Yeah. And since it doesn't have to be touch anyway, you do swing, and you physically miss him, but the spell will still go off, and it'll hit, and it will end up targeting this particular creature. So
you make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, so first of all, we're gonna have you, Bairn. We're gonna have you right there now. All right.
How much further past it do I fly, by the way?
Just where I put you. So you are literally like.
Counteract.
Oh, let's see. All right. Okay. So. All right. And you said Constitution saving throw. Oh wait. Oh yeah, you're right. That is him. Okay. So it's like boom. So you'll be right there.
Huh.
Let's see. So.
Oh God. I have so much more evil ideas to do now.
All right. Let's see. And you said Constitution saving throw, correct?
Yes.
All right. That would be a 7. I doubt that.
He fails and is going to levitate motionlessly into the air.
Yeah, and so he after he sees a flying dwarf coming at his face with a wrench, he falls to the ground screaming, like in a sheer moment of panic. He thinks, "Oh yes, I didn't get hit," but all of a sudden, before he really hits the ground, nope. He kind of stops in midair and slowly begins to kind of rise up a few inches. It's like oh,
and he's gonna hit the roof of the bottom of the stair above him. So he's just gonna be like into the roof there, like.
Yeah, he does that. He kind of like oh. And so
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything hanging off of him?
Let's see. Let me look here. Let's see what he has.
Like rope or string, or is he wearing a grass skirt that the skirt's hanging down, or anything like that?
Well, he does.
I think you guys just figured out.
Okay, so what happens? So yeah, I mean there's some kind of loose clothes. You'd see like a shirt on him, like a raggedy shirt. It doesn't look like it does. It looks like it hasn't been washed in probably ages. So yeah, there's it's kind of loose. It's just not like a full skirt kind of loose, but there's might be enough to kind of at least get a decent handheld to. And then on top of that, he does have a battle axe on his side that's still holstered. I guess I can't think of the right term for a bladed weapon.
I don't think you guys got what I was going at.
But yeah,
Nails' eyes, his pupils get so big, and then he goes running underneath him and just goes.
Starts to swat at it.
Swatting at whatever's heading down, hanging down.
Perfect. Oh no! Is this like Bag of Nails catnip? a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, and so you're doing that, and you kind of swat a little bit out. You managed to kind of catch the maybe a little bit of the shirt. You managed to you kind of swat at the handle of the axe, and it kind of like jiggles a little bit. And he's like, he's like, stop it. Oh,
I looked at Gimli. Are you seeing?
and as all this is going on, hold on, let me get back here to my map real quick here on my end. As you guys are, as he's doing this, actually, I'm gonna have, I guess, in this case, bag of nails. Well, actually, you're not right there. Enough to really be able to see it. But, Bairn, you do see, down the hall here to the left, you see a bunch, you see about 4 more of these same creatures walking down the hallway towards you guys. And they all kind of, stop for a moment after seeing all the commotion of what just happened. Like, oh.
Levitate all of them.
You can't. It's a concentration spell.
Damn it.
Oh, it is?
We can each concentrate one.
I thought I'm using yours as a concentration spell, not mine, though.
That's the real.
That's the thing.
That's the magic of the spell storing item. Is it uses your concentration, but my spell casting modifiers.
Damn. Everything I was just about to do, I can't do now.
Oh no.
Well, if you drop the concentration on the dwarf, then he's gonna fall on me, and I get to latch onto him with all 4 claws and just tear into him and bite him.
Okay, but in this case,
like a cat.
All right, so in this case, the tomb door, these particular creatures, they will, after stopping for a moment to kind of register what's going on, they're going to all pull their weapons, and they're going to start running at you guys. Roll.
Are we going to roll initiative?
Yep. I just need to find some paper here.
Initiative.
We
We really do need to take a short rest, though, guys. Come on.
Yep. All right, let's see. Actually,
17.
All right, hold on. Let me make sure I get my stuff here. Let's see.
8.
Okay, let's see. So, okay, so let's see. First of all, Kavarak was 17.
Yeah.
And Baron, you said 19?
I wish. 8.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know where I got 19 from. Let's see.
I'll take
Not
19.
one.
Oh, no.
Oh, Lord.
Let's see.
We're coming in hot.
Yeah. Okay, and then Bag of Nails.
Off kilter.
I rolled a natural 1, but it's a 10.
Oh, because of the rogue thing. That's right. Okay.
No, I got alert, so it added 5 to my. It adds 5 to my.
Okay.
So I have a +9 to initiative.
Okay. Okay. Now I just need to roll for our good buddies here. Okay.
Yeah, I was hoping to go first before them so I could literally incinerate them all instantly.
Let's see. Okay.
Add this.
Second try.
All right. All right. So okay, we got that down. Okay. So top of the round, we have our favorite Goliath, Kavarak. Go.
Way in the back.
Go, Kavarak.
Okay. So I've been alerted that there's more down there.
Mm-hmm.
Can I actually is there enough space to actually pass Bag of Nails?
I'll say that, if you kind of do the whole excuse me, a little bit kind of a thing,
Sort of thing?
yeah, you will be able to, I will allow you to squeeze past that.
Okay.
Shove them against the wall.
Yeah.
I feel like that would instigate a fight,
And?
but no. So what am I gonna do? I am going to I need to pull up lightning bolt.
Well,
Uh-oh.
depending what you do, I may be casting 4d10 radiant damage.
Alright.
Lightning bolt, 5e. Open, please. So I'm just map. Oh, I'm just gonna use my chromatic orb.
Okay. Now, doesn't that hit?
Lightning bolt.
Doesn't that hit only one guy, right, or one target?
But I can twin it
Okay.
with my sorcery points.
All right. Yeah, I kind of figured that. I just didn't remember if the singular spell by itself was like multiple targets or one target.
That's for singing, not that chromatic orb.
So I'm gonna cast just your basic chromatic orb for once.
Okay.
I am twinning it, so I guess it's not that basic. But it costs less to twin it at a lower level.
That's fair.
And so dirty 20 to hit.
Okay, that'll hit.
And then since that one hits, the twinned one is 13 to hit on the other one.
Okay, so show me, ping which ones you're hitting for the two spells.
I was just going for the two closest.
The two. Okay. All right.
Like right there.
Okay, and then you forgive me. Did you roll for the actual attack yet?
I need to roll the damage.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah, this is a spell that hits automatically, correct?
No, that's what I was just saying the numbers for.
Okay, I'm sorry.
The dirty 20 and I can't remember what the other number.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, dirty 20 does work. Yeah, unfortunately, I do remember. Yeah, I do remember the dirty 20, but if you said 14, that will not hit.
That one will not. Okay, so then it's just the one.
Okay, let's see. Let me. There we go.
12. I don't know. Let's say fire damage this time.
Okay, 12 fire.
Aircore.
Okay, hold on. I gotta try to. Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's see. So let's see. That's 12. That's okay. All right. Boom. And the first one manages to hit the one up top, but and then the other one does manage to miss because it sees that other one coming at him. He's able to dodge the other one just in time, and it completely botches. All right. Is there anything else you would like to do during your turn?
No.
Okay. All right. Next in line are our little buddies here. Let's see. As far as the guy right here goes, I'm going to say that he is too busy. Like everything happens so fast that he's not able to attack yet because he's sitting there trying to figure out what in the hell is going on here. Why am I floating? And so all he's kind of doing is he's like twisting around. And he kind of sees you guys and he's trying to flail anywhere. But I'm not going to count that as an attack because, he's very confused as to what's going on. Which leaves the other four. Let's see. I'm going to have, it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We're going to attack, let's see. That would be, you can have him try to do, he's going to take out his battle axe, and he's going to try to swing at you with it.
Who's he swinging at?
He's swinging at you, Baron.
Okay.
Let's see, and then what is it here? Oh my gosh, what was this thing? Okay, so that'd be a 15.
Nope.
Okay, and then he's gonna try to swing with a second attack, And if the first one didn't go, this one's going to miss too. So, yep, so it's a couple of whiffs. And then, let's see. And then he is going to...
Thought I really should have Baron do more of my concentrating for me, because he never actually gets hit.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yep, that is true.
That's one of the concentration spells I like to use.
Okay, so then, let's see. We're going to have this one kind of run up to Kavrak, and he is going to attempt to do the same thing. Let's see. 21 to hit.
That hits.
All right. Let's see. And he is going to roll demolish. Okay.
I just realized something.
All right. So you will take
left after last session.
Okay. You will take 7 points of necrotic damage. And in this case, you're going to feel really, it's after this first hit, you're going to feel like something happened. After it's sliced through onto you, you start to feel very sick, and you don't feel necessarily quite as healthy. So not only do you take just the damage like usual, your HP, your full HP maximum, goes down the same amount as well. So what did I say? That's 5. So 7 points for both HP and your max HP. And then for a second attack is going to be 21 again to hit. Yeah! But luckily, in this particular situation, you will take damage, but this time it will be just normal damage. Oops, wrong thing.
That's not my worry here.
Let's see what I said. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Now that's a whole different roll here. Okay, so that is. You will take 3 points of normal slashing damage from that.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, because that particular draining attack he can only do that once per turn.
No. The thing is, I forgot how much HP I had left since last session, and I looked at it.
Oh no.
I'm now at 1 HP.
Oh no, I forgot about that. Oh no.
I need to look at my curing spells.
Oh no. What was that, Baron?
I need to look at my curing spells.
All right. Well, if you can do some curing, that'll be great. All right, and then the last two behind you guys, they will step up, but they won't be able to do very much because they do. You do see them grab their crossbows or their light crossbows, but they're trying to aim like this, and they're like, oh crap, and they don't want to accidentally hit their buddies, so they will not do anything this particular turn. And after that ends their turn. Let's see. The next in line is Bag of Nails.
So Bag of Nails is going to shoot the one that is on Baron, that attacked Baron. He's not thinking of the one above him as a threat right now.
Okay.
So yeah, he's gonna shoot the one there. So let's go with this. It's a 25 to hit.
That'll hit.
And that is nice. 14 points of damage plus sneak attack. 18 points on the sneak attack.
All right.
So 32 points of damage total.
All right. You meant that arrow goes whistling through the air, and it does hit him in a pretty vital area of his body, and you do see him kind of a little bit. He's still up, but he's looking bad. from that one hit.
Okay. So bonus action. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay there.
Okay. That's all you're going to do then?
Yep.
All right. Let's see. Let's make it there. All right. Oops. Come on. There we are. All right. Next in line is Bairn.
All right, everyone, get 3d8.
Uh-oh.
I mean, all you guys, not the bad guys.
Oh, you're
All
going
are
us all
getting
3d8?
points. I'm casting Mass Cure Wounds.
Nice.
So
Nice.
3d8 plus my spellcasting modifier. So y'all are getting 3d8 plus 8.
All right.
Plus 8 to 19. So I'm now at 20 HP.
Nice. And remember, and for you, Cavrek, did you keep that dip in the HP max in mind?
Oh, I have that written down.
Okay.
Kevrek's so far away from max HP.
Yeah, I'm so
Yeah.
far away from my max HP, it's not even funny. Like,
Just making sure. All right. Is there anything else you would like to do, Bairn?
wait, because I needed the eraser.
That took an action. I don't think I can do too much else.
Okay. I mean, yeah, you could see if there's any bonus actions you can take or any movements you want to do. Yeah, you can do those as well.
The question
So.
of bonus actions.
That's why I grabbed this one because the eraser doesn't
Spiritual
work.
weapon?
I mean, there's that. But of course, I'm assuming though that doing a spiritual weapon, is that a bonus action or is that like a normal action?
Plus, it doesn't
Spiritual
really
weapon's a
affect
bonus
me on my
action.
regular weapon as it is.
All right. So, but either way, is that pretty much all you want to do this turn?
So are you still hurting? Sorry, real quick. Cameron, are you still hurting pretty good?
Yeah, I'm at 20 HP. My max HP is 72
Okay.
now because of the
drain.
Yeah.
drain. But I'm at 20.
How's everyone else doing on HP?
That topped me off.
I have only lost 7 HP.
Okay.
I'm the only squishy one right now. We cool.
All right.
Because I can actually do regular healing word as a bonus action as well.
Okay. That's cool.
That was a bonus action.
Well, either way, decide what you want to do, and then we'll go.
That's what
from
I'm doing. I'm just looking up the map for what they're
Okay.
healing by.
Okay.
Oh, it's the same thing, basically. Oh, I don't want mass healing word. Sorry. Give me a second. Alright, 1d4 plus 8 this time.
Sweet.
Nice.
5. Oh wait, 1d4 plus 8, 9.
Nice.
The minimum's good. Her roll for the first time was not great.
Less squishy, but still squishy.
Yep. All right.
All right.
All right.
That's all I can do for the moment.
Right on. All right. Next in line after Baron is Gimbal. Go, Gimbal Warrior.
Gimbals.
You know? In a bit
You
of a
can
weird...
take your wrench back.
Wait, what was that?
You can take your wrench back if you wanted.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to get my wrench. I am small, so I should be able to... What size?
Yeah, you'll be able to fit.
What size are these creatures we're fighting?
They are all mediums.
Okay. So
Well,
I should
so
be able
then
to...
This creature's on the roof.
Anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
this one's on the roof.
yeah, and this one's still kind of floating there. Definitely with you. So yeah, especially with your size, you could easily kind of through if you really needed to.
So I will... So, can I stand in this space where that one is floating since it's in the air?
You know what? Yeah, sure. I will let you do that.
Alright, that's confusing. I'm gonna get my wrench back. I would hope that's a free action, but I'll leave it to the DM.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, especially if you use your move action to get up there, you're going to be able to get right there. It's like, yoink.
And then Durger falls.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and put a friendly little spider on my friend Kavrak. I'm going to put the biggest spider you've seen me use yet.
Oh no!
A level.
Kavrak is uncomfortable. What are you doing with that thing?
Aaron rolls a fear check.
It looks like a one of those bird-eating spiders.
Oh, God.
Giant bird-eating spider.
Oh. I mean, I picture more of like a tarantula, but then again, you could either do the bird-eating spiders or even a huntsman or something.
Or a camel spider.
Oh.
I like to think because this one is such a boosted level of cure wounds that it looks like one spider, but then like all of the little tiny baby spiders crawl out the back end of it to begin stitching up wounds.
Hey, I like that.
Further nightmare.
I will say I like that idea. All right.
Casting Cure Wounds as a 3rd level spell.
Kavrak's uncomfortable.
Yeah, you just feel all the little all over you.
Kind of like slightly like twitching a little bit, like oh no.
Yeah.
I rolled a 19 on my will save though.
16, 17, 18, 19 plus 5. Another 24 healing for you, Kavrak.
Yeah.
Oh my god, 24?
Now we can let Kavrak fight a little bit.
Wow. I mean, yeah, that'll work.
I'm now at 53.
I'm
Nice.
gonna... You know what, Hund? Oh, I don't know what size Hund is, actually. Hund might not be able to pass through enemy spaces.
I mean, I would assume he would be medium.
Medium construct.
Okay, and then if Dungeon Daddy's okay with it...
Yeah, I mean, now if we could confirm, I mean, I'm assuming that he's medium, but
Constructs.
Where's Tasha's?
You had it.
I know I did. Oh, it's underneath my computer.
You always had me look up medium construct before, so I'm assuming he hasn't changed much.
Do-do-do-do.
Because the other one's considered small.
yeah, because I thought SWAT would have been small or something, but yeah, Hund, I would assume he would be medium.
Hund is medium, so he cannot pass through enemy spaces.
Okay.
I think
Why not?
it has to be one size smaller.
Oh, and they are medium. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have Hund move next to Bairn,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll defend Bairn next turn.
All right. All right. Sounds good to me.
I'm not going to need a whole ton of that, but
They'll have disadvantage against you.
All right.
I was gonna try and do Kavrak, but couldn't get the dog there. That's the end of my turn.
All right. Okay, so next in line after that, we'll go back at the top of the round at Kavrak.
Kavrak, you're feeling a little better.
Yeah, you suddenly have a nice little pep to your step now.
All the big pumps of healing light and stitching spiders.
Yeah.
All right.
it still sounds horrifying.
Well, a little bit. A little bit.
You know what? Fuck it, I am going to cast Lightning Bolt.
All right.
These fuckers hit me, and then he put spiders on me, and I'm done! So... Stroke of lightning, forming in a line 100 feet long from me and 5 feet wide, blasts out. And so the guy directly in front of me and the one behind him will need to make a dexterity save.
All right. Let's see. That would be... Okay. First guy, he's going to do a 13, and the next guy is a 14. 13, 14.
They both fail.
All right. All right, so I'm assuming roll damage.
Hold on, let me get my 8d6 real quick.
Okay.
Three, four, 5, 6. Uh, 21 lightning damage to both of them.
Okay.
And as well as, but I don't think there is any flammable objects within that 100-foot line that aren't being carried or worn would ignite in flames.
Okay.
But I don't necessarily. It doesn't look like it's a hallway that has anything ignitable.
Not really. I mean, you might see like their clothes kind of get cindered a little bit, but yeah, for the most part, you know, there's really nothing there that would be just full on flammable like that in the area. So, all right, so they both took their damage. Anything else you'd like to do, Kavarak?
That's it. I don't necessarily have any bonus actiony things at the moment.
Okay. Next in line are our enemies, and let's see, and let's see, and we're gonna say the one here in front of Bairn, he's going to attempt to swing at you again. Let me make sure.
Because the hunting gets the disadvantage.
Oh yeah, it's disadvantage, correct?
Right.
Okay. Well, both rolled pretty well. Thank goodness it was at a disadvantage because my high was a nat 20.
That would have hit.
But in this case, though, I still rolled a natural 17.
Still not going to hit.
Well, hold on. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 to hit.
Nope.
Okay. Let's see.
I helped.
So good.
Nice. All right.
So good.
Let's see. Oh, and then you're going to go ahead and make another attack.
Let me find a way to make Kavarak less squishy.
Okay. Okay, and if we're still going with disadvantage, then he really will miss this time because this guy, you know, he's feeling really like not very good because he is just like he is not. It's like he can't even get a full swing out of the last two that he tries to do. So he completely misses you. And then the one in front of Kavarak will make. Is he going to be doing disadvantage?
No.
Okay. All right. Let's see. That is a modified 20 to hit.
Yeah. My AC is 14. Like,
yeah.
I'm squishy.
Yeah. All right. So he is going to do another draining attack on you. Let's see. That'll be 5 points on both current and maximum. And then he's going to go in for a second attack, which will be a normal one. And the fact that was just a natural 16. So it looks like he will be hitting again. And where's the other die? Okay, there it is. He does 8 points of normal damage to you. Slashing.
What was that? 8?
Correct. Yeah, 8 points of slashing damage on that.
Okay.
All right. And then the two behind them, they finally decide that they're gonna hold up their crossbows and they're going to ready a shot. So whoever ends up out of their two buddies falls first. That's when they're going to pull their trigger. And then you guys end up hearing a commotion behind you. Let's see.
All to our sides.
You kind of hear. Well, in this case, you will hear something down the stairways on the top part of the map, as if you have a couple of pairs of feet running up the steps. And let's see, and then you'll finally hear, you'll see, if you can, one more of these creatures appear right up here. Yeah, and that will be the end of their turn. So go ahead. Who's next? Bag of Nails.
Okay, so this one that's floating, can I reach him?
Yes, because you were able to at least touch his clothing
Okay.
before. So
So
yeah.
I'm gonna pull out my rapier,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to use my 2-weapon fighting. I'm going to stab him with my rapier, and then I'm gonna claw him with my claws.
Okay, go ahead and roll for those attacks.
Okay, first one is
Oh, wait, there's a
Okay.
reason that line's going to be there in a second.
Okay.
10 to hit. So I
That
miss
will.
with my rapier,
Yeah, that is a miss.
and then my claws is a nat 1.
Oh,
That was a really good try, though. That was a good try. And so as he's sitting there floating there, he's finally kind of looking down on you guys as all these shenanigans are happening, and he's like, "I told you I'd be your nightmare." And
So I'd like to think that Bag of Nails just gets distracted by whatever's hanging again and starts
okay,
beating the
all right,
thing.
all right. So yeah, next in line is Bairn.
All of fire.
all right.
What are you doing with what's it called? What fire?
Wall of fire.
Oh, okay.
You know where that line is?
Oh, you're casting it down that length.
And it's going to be facing northwards. So everything from that line and above is going to be in the damage zone.
All right. So, what do we roll then for that?
They're making dexterity saving throws.
All right.
Oh, that means the dude that's over Gimbal falls because wall of
On to
fire
Gimbal.
concentration, which means the other one dropped.
That's true. So yeah.
Well-
yeah.
I think it's worth it, Tonkin.
Yeah, I think it's. I
Okay.
think still say do it.
Oh yeah, I would like.
You have
do
the
it.
party's full support.
Yeah. So as he casts Wall of Fire, all of a sudden, Bag of Nails. You're like, this is so cool. I love this. And all of a sudden, it's like, oh, and he falls on top of you, and you both will be prone.
Well, but Gimbal was the one directly underneath.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. Okay, I'm sorry. I was looking at a different character. Yeah, then he will fall on Gimbal, and both of you are prone. All right. So, you said dexterity saving throws for each?
Fair.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. So the one closest to Kavarak. Okay, that's a nat 1. That clearly does not hit, or does not. That fails. Next. Okay, that's a nat 5. That's not going to help either. And the one up top is, let's see, that's that'll be 12.
They all fail.
All right.
And they all take 20 fire damage.
All right, 20 you say. All right, let me
Nice.
Okay, let me make sure. All right. So boom, he's
And
down.
any creature that ends its turn in that hallway basically is taking the same thing.
Okay. Let me get... Okay, let's see. Okay, boom, got all their HP dealt with. All right, I mean, they're still alive. A couple of them, those two in direct line, definitely are not looking good.
Hey guys, I don't think we need to worry about that hallway anymore.
All right. Is that
And
going
I'll
to be...
throw another Cure Minor for Avarat.
All right.
The D4 plus 8.
$11.
The fun spells that I get to use. I just made an oven.
Yeah. And everyone, when that wall of fire happened, that just because since it's only in a 10-foot wide hallway, that heat, woof, all of you suddenly feel like, oh my god, this sucks. Oh.
Because this is happening pretty instantaneously, Cataract thinks his lightning caused the wall of fire.
You're like,
by the way,
that's so cool.
The 10 feet thing, anything in that little door part right there is still on fire.
Okay. All right. Good to know. All right. Yeah. So what are we doing?
Next.
Let's see. Okay, so let me think here. Okay, I totally lost concentration of where we were. I
finished my turn.
Okay. Oh yeah, you did your thing. Okay, so that was Bairn, and so now it's Gimble's turn, but you are prone underneath this dwarven creature.
So can I just go ahead and use my movement to stand up and then hit the one I'm standing on?
Yeah, we'll allow you to. Yeah, if you do the movement deal, you're able. I will say I'll let you grab them a little bit, oh god, and kind of roll them over just enough that allowing you to be able to stand up from that.
Okay. So I'm going to do something unusual and hit him with my wrench.
That is pretty unusual. I mean,
I've never done that before. What are you talking about?
I know it's such a unique attack. I love it.
No, I finally have an opportunity to go for something other than these because he's pro.
Because he's pro, that's right. Go for his nose.
Damn. At first I thought you were going to say go for his nuts. It's like, oh my god.
No, I think what is the most tactically intelligent place I can try and attack? Because that's the whole reason I get
throat.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I was thinking
I get to attack with my intelligence modifier because I'm smart enough to attack the vital
space. If you go for right here, you can actually cause chunks to go into the brain.
I'm aiming for the temples. I think it's probably going to be the most. I think that's where Gimbal would go. He's not so vicious to aim for the face. It seems rude.
Wait. Since you're both stuck in that prone position anyway, just lock it on one of his fingers and just start wrenching it back slowly.
No, I'm not evil.
Wow. Yeah, that is...
The rest of us are leaning that way.
I mean, I admit that is something I would totally want to do myself, but damn.
So, I'm hitting him twice. I'm basically going to try and smack one side of the noggin and then the other side.
Oh my god.
I got a 23 and a 30 to hit.
God, yeah. Damn, you're going to give this son of a bitch a concussion if he's still alive after this. Okay, yeah, both hit. Both hit.
Yeah, two,
I think these guys are regretting their existence at this point.
A little bit.
Do you need more healing? Are you
I'm good.
Are you
I'm good
now?
I'm good.
Okay. You're
Don't
good.
worry about me. I found a spell that I forgot I had. I'm good. About to give myself some armor.
I've got, both hands on the wrench, and I'm just smacking the hell out of him. First hit does 7, 8, 9, 15 damage.
Okay.
The second one deals 11, 17, and I'm going to do an arcane jolt.
Okay.
So on that second hit, I come down and I connect with the side of the head. This is the one that I rolled the 30 on.
Mm-hmm.
And just arcane energy shoots down the wrench, causing more force damage right on his head.
Damn.
Yeah.
This is 2d4, so 1, 2. An additional 2 damage.
All right. So how much damage was that total?
That was the first one was 16, and then
the other one.
Yeah, first
was 17, 18, 19 plus 16, 35 damage total.
Minus, 35. All right, yeah, you definitely clocked this boy, and this guy, he's like, oh my god. He is...
There's a visual to that. There's a certain visual layer that hasn't been described yet. And that's the fact that Gimbal has been absolutely screaming in panic. I forgot the guy was floating above me. So it came down, and he stood up and was just...
Ryan?
I'm terrified. That's what's happening.
Ryan?
Yeah?
Do me a favor.
What's that?
You not kill the guy that just came down the hallway on the top corner? I've got a surprise for them.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm specifically asking you because you know the effects of a Klingon disruptor.
Nice.
All right. Let's see.
I think Hund is just gonna chill. I think. Do I have any good bonus action spells I can help the party out with? I don't think so.
Okay.
We're gonna chill right there.
All right. All right. So that was Gimbal. So now we're back up top with Cavarak. That sounds almost like a really dirty radio station program. We're back on top with Cavarak.
You know, with Iris's characters, that is not entirely out of the question.
Yep. So now I gotta do it more like this, just like you'd see with a radio announcer, especially when those late night jazz programs. Welcome back to DAQ. Dungeon Daddy. Next up is On Top with Cavarak. That's how I imagine that.
Fantastic.
Way too much thought into that.
I know, a little bit.
No, it was the perfect amount.
So, just as a heads up, I have to actually bust out my Warhammer dice for this next attack I'm doing.
Ah, okay. This is going to be interesting.
By that I mean a shit ton of D6.
Warlock level. So that would be 2. So first, I'm gonna do an Eldritch Blast.
Okay. And who is going to be your prime target of death?
I'm really not worried about this guy because he's in the fire. So I'm turning and just going for that guy.
Okay. All right.
And so that would work. There it is. That would be an 18 to hit.
Okay, yep.
And,
okay, 2 things. Number 1, that does hit. And second of all, I'm not going to even have you bother rolling damage on that because he only had 1 HP.
Nice.
So, yeah. So, basically, you're going to hit. And I'm assuming, doesn't Eldritch Blast do force damage?
Yes, it is force damage.
Okay, so yeah, it definitely. So you're right there. You turn around, and here's this guy. He's not looking very good, and then he kind of like, as he's kind of looking up and sees you just go right up to his face like a Dragon Ball Z guy.
Yeah,
right
to the face.
And then it hits him square, in the bust area of his body, and just like up against the wall, and oops, and
everything falls.
And my notes decided to fall into the garbage. All right,
and then I'm going to use Quicken spell to cast Armor of Agatha at 3rd level.
Okay.
Since the other thing was a cantrip. Let me pull up. So, Armor of Agatha will surround me. And so,
I've had to look at that spell recently.
15. It gives me 15 because I'm casting at 3rd level. Temporary hit points, but also if a creature hits me with a melee attack, the creature will also take
cold damage.
Points of cold damage from hitting me.
All right, nice. All right, cool. Is that all you would like to do this turn?
Yep, and it lasts an hour or until the... Or does it just... Hold on. Here's you the melee attack. It lasts for an hour.
Okay. Yeah, that should easily be enough, I think, for this fight. Easily.
Oh, yeah, easily.
Mm-hmm. Now, I forget, was that a concentration spell?
It is not.
Okay.
Spicy.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. Yep. Yeah, it's going to be definitely hard to do a bunch of damage to you after all that healing and the armor. Wow. Okay.
Hi.
All right. So if that was Kavarak, next in line are our little baddies.
Time for them to panic.
Yep. All right. And do they make any more saving throws, or do they just
End of their turn.
end of their turn? All right.
And I don't know if they get another save. I'll double check that.
Okay, yeah, because that would, because if they end up taking damage at the end of their turn, I wouldn't think they would need to do another saving throw. Because if they started in the fire, I guess it depends if the damage happens at the beginning of their turn or at the end of their turn.
I think it happens.
It is end of the turn. I just...
Okay, I'm trying so hard not to
There is
really.
no save on the follow-up damage, so if they end their
Yeah.
turn within range, they get scorched.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Let's see. So this one right next here to Kavarak, considering he's already hurting pretty good, and he's getting kind of crispy and everything, he's even kind of panicked as well, and he's gonna do his best and to with his axe, he's gonna try he's gonna double fist his axe, and he's gonna try to hack his way through Kavarak. Because he's just sure panicked at this point. Let's see, and then that would be.
I put my D8 away.
Okay, that would be 21 to hit. But
So that does hit.
that does hit, but you will have
But
your.
now he takes 15 cold damage.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna have.
Oh, that's ironic.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to have you both take damage at the same time. So since he did hit, so I will tell you, well, I guess first of all, how much damage does our little buddy take from that?
It's 15.
15 points? Okay. Just let me double check. Okay. So I'm going to roll the attack, and after that attack, he is going to die.
Roll me his damage.
Okay.
In addition to that, he's taking about 30 fire damage.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Where's the thing?
Too hot, too cold, too hot, too cold, too hot, too cold.
Yeah, he kind of feels like, like when you're sick and you're in bed, you put the covers on. Oh, God, I'm hot. Take it off, you're too cold. It's like that. So, yeah, you will take 3, 4. You will take 5 points of drain damage, of specifically necrotic damage, but yeah.
Well, now my armor is down. My extra layer is down to 10.
All right, and so then that means that this guy, oops, I keep grabbing the line. So now that guy, he takes a swing, and it only slices through the ice on your body, and he's like, oh, fuck. and he falls over and dead. Now he's just kind of
freezes and burns to death at the same time.
Yeah, it's almost like the effects on his body are like fighting with each other. He's both melting but freezing, but then melting and freezing all over again, over and over. And then
do not recommend.
Yeah, and then oh yeah, that's right. I had these two guys. I had these guys ready to fire, but I totally forgot. So they're both going to fire their arrow shots.
Will the arrow even survive?
Well, you know what? I think for the sake of the guy here on the bottom, let me roll a d20 to see if the arrow would even make it. let's see.
Because the entire hallway is basically on fire.
Yeah, but of course with this, you know,
Okay.
I'm gonna roll with disadvantage to see if okay. I just rolled a nat one, so that arrow for the bottom guy at least does not work. But the guy up top, since he's not directly in the flames, yes, he will be taking damage from it, but the arrow will still be good because he's not directly in the flames on there. Now, okay.
Oh, he is.
Oh, he is, because the flames cover, you said 10 feet, correct?
It directly blasts the fire.
Okay.
Like a literal
Okay.
barbecue.
All right. Yeah, and on these, so they will try to fire, and both arrows kind of catch on fire, while in that hallway, and they all end up just
little arrowheads skid to the floor to us.
Yeah, and they all just gonna.
And they both take 29 fire damage.
Yep. And so this guy down here dies, but you said 20, correct?
59.
Oh, 59 or 30?
29.
Okay, I'm sorry, 30. Okay, so this guy goes too, because he was at 25. I just wanted to make sure I heard the number right. All right, so that ends that one. So then you have this guy up here. And he is going to run up to Hund, and he's going to try to take his axe, double fist it, and he's going to try to come straight down onto Hund. Let's see.
No, don't hurt the board.
Do not hurt my dog.
Let's see.
Troy.
13.
Also, trying to remember what Hun's armor class is.
Yeah. Well, when you find it, is he's attacking for 13.
No, that is not.
Wow.
All right. Let's see. All right. So yeah,
you have no idea how many sixes I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, and so yeah, he tries to come down. And the dog and Hunt, he kind of turns, kind of sees it, and he's able to just shift just right where it kind of creams right off his like shoulder. And then finally there is one more guy who finally reaches the top of the stairs, and he's gonna see what's going on, and he's also going to set up his arrow for a clear shot, and that will end that turn for him. Next in line is Bag of Nails.
So the dwarf in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Is he still prone?
Yeah. You know what? I completely forgot about him. Let me just kind of retroactively have him take his turn real quick. He does manage to get up, and let's see here. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the toe. If he hollers every day, make him pay $50 every single day. And he is, of course, I land on Baron, who has a very high AC apparently.
Hi.
And let's see, and he's like, and of course he's not doing very hot. He's like. Oh.
He's actually the only one that's not hot. So
yeah, but after getting close, actually, let me withdraw that.
I just got a red notice saying I've lost connection to the server.
Of Roll20?
Yeah.
See if you can reconnect if you can. Yeah, so I'm gonna change the target from Baron to Gimbal, because Gimbal was the one who knocked him up pretty good, and I don't mean that in the way it sounds.
You really chose some terrible wording.
I absolutely did, and I'm not sad about it at all because it was funny. All right,
what
so
does the children look like? My goodness.
all right, so he's going to, I'm gonna say, because he got clocked as bad as he did by your wrenches, or your wrench, I'm going to have him attack with disadvantage. All right, so I rolled a nat 3 and a nat 5. I doubt that's going to hit at a total of 7.
No.
No.
I do
All right.
apologize.
Yep. Hey, nothing to apologize for. You did clock him pretty good, so that probably helped. And then I'm going to have him try one more time. And that'd be a 13 to hit.
I should check to be sure, but no, it does not hit.
Okay. So yeah, so that will be his turn. He completely whiffs both of his attacks. All right.
Okay. Now I'm going to attack him with my...
We have bad days sometimes.
Yeah. All right. Yep.
Now I'm going to attack him with my rapier and my claw.
All right.
Rapier. 14 hit?
14. That does not hit.
Claw. And a 10 doesn't hit. Jesus, I need to go back to my bow.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Yeah. I like to imagine that as like he's trying to do like he's almost like he again since he's so mentally out of it, he's almost doing like a drunken master kind of thing. He's like,
Hey guys, we reported the game dead.
Oh no.
So I've been looking at it, so I can hear us through the stream, but the videos are
frozen.
Frozen.
Yeah, I've been noticing that too. Okay, I reactivated.
Mine's still going. The other two are frozen, and obviously
Yeah.
I can't tell with mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting, because mine looks fine.
Like, does it look like we're moving?
Yeah, he was a little bit behind, but like I can. Well,
That's what I said. After the refresh, I only have Ryan moving.
Same actually.
It's
I can see Bellic, but that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only one that I see moving to.
Okay. Well, like I said, this is simply just going to be kind of a test this time, and maybe we'll figure something out for next time. So
Will now be a decent break time, or should we wait till after combat and figure it out then?
Yeah, well, yeah, let's go ahead and just finish up combat real quick, because I know we're getting pretty close to the end, and plus I will need to use the restroom after this anyway. So, yeah, let's just go ahead and try to finish this up, and then we can make a good solid break for that. So,
Okay, absolutely.
all right, so, okay, that was Bag of Nails' turn. Is there anything else, or is there anything else that you'd want to do?
No. I'm just gonna... I ain't got nothing else. I'm not gonna hide or anything. So.
Okay, so in that case, Baron.
Hi.
Hi, he says. In return.
So, oh man, I'm losing connection again on roll 20 after reloading.
Okay.
Something's going wrong.
Yeah.
Internet-wise.
We were doing fine for a real long time there.
Yeah.
Anyways, the guy in
Okay.
front of me, assuming this thing works, is going to get a harm.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay, what are you doing?
Spell.
Yeah, what are you doing to him?
It needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Okay. That'd be 16.
That's on the nose. So what does that mean? Does it
Okay,
pass?
so if it matches, you're the runner in this situation since you're the one doing it, so it will pass.
All right. So it'll only take 27 necrotic damage then.
Okay, 20.
No. So if Baron's the runner, then the bad guy failed.
So the save for a save, you have to meet or exceed.
That's true.
So yeah, it only takes 27.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Would
and
have
then,
taken 54.
okay. And what weapon were you? And you said necrotic damage, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so 27. So that's resistance, since that's actual necrotic damage. Let's see. That's 20, oops. Okay, so that's actually he'll end up only taking 13, but that is actually still enough to take him down because he only had 10.
Oh.
So, bam. So
If it failed, he actually would have lost his max HP by 54 as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he dies in a very, I would say that was the best. That was definitely a very good death for him because he was partially out of it anyway after the noggin hits. So yeah.
No, not noggin guy. This was the fresh one running at me.
Oh, okay. All right, because I thought it was... Okay, I'm sorry. Then in that case, boom, he's still there. All right, so in that case, so how much total damage then?
27.
27. Okay. Do-do-do. Let's see. All right, so that is okay. All right, so boom, he takes some damage, and yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I will block his path.
All right. You step up, and you're ready to clock a motherfucker if he tries to get past you.
What's up? What's up?
All right. So next in line is Mr. Gimbal.
Is that me? No.
Yeah, you are. Yep. You are, because you're right after Baron, Mr. Gimbal.
Okay. Well, gosh. So there's one guy down at the end of the hall still alive, right?
Yeah. There's the one. Yeah. There's one in front of Bag of Nails. Actually, there's one literally right next to you. Which actually, in this case, since they're both now standing, I'm gonna have to say that he gets kind of pushed upwards a little bit so that everyone's in their own.
For some reason, I thought that guy died.
No, I think I'm gonna keep whacking the dude that I've been working on.
Okay. All right. So keep on whacking.
That's so bad.
He's dwarven height, so you can do regular thwacking.
Yeah, just whack him.
Have to go for the knees.
But he likes the knees. He's
Go for the beard. Go for the beard.
it's
Yeah.
a specialty.
So that's going to be 26 for the first hit.
That hits.
To hit. 26 to hit.
Okay, yep, 26 hits.
And a 23 to hit.
That hits as well.
Okay. Second verse, same as the first. I'm going to go ahead and hit him twice, an arcane jolt on the second hit.
All right. Yep, just go ahead and do all that, and then give me the total, and then we'll see. More than likely, he will be dead after this hit, more than likely.
12. 24.
We're already at 24 and we haven't added everything yet.
29 damage total.
All right, and with that second hit, you go boom, and then boom again, and he does the whole like spinning around about almost 360 degrees from that hit, and
It's more like crunch crack.
yeah, and then as he falls down, he hits his head on the railing as he comes, and he just falls down.
I like in my head. It's almost more sad because it's the arcane jolt at the end that I like to think did it.
Mm-hmm.
So it was sort of like one hit across the head, still doing okay. Another hit across the head, wow, I'm nearly dead. And then like one last little surge of magic that just sort of caused an aneurysm. You just see like some blood trickle out the nose, fall over.
It was not good for him. No matter what, it was not good for him.
Just attached his brainstem. That's all it did at the end.
Yeah,
basically, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so now we can say he's officially gone. Then he's now on the ground.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna move Hunt in. No, I'm gonna leave Hunt right there because it can still protect Baron. And I'm gonna get out of the way a little bit because there's definitely some harder hitting friends behind me that could use that spot.
Okay.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
All right. Then that's Gimbal. So next in line is Kavarak.
I tried to make a little bit of space for you.
Alright. That I don't have that. I'm going to I'm gonna move over here. And I'm gonna chromatic orb the one in the back.
Okay.
$22 to hit.
That'll hit.
And I'm casting it at a higher. Where is chromatic orb? +1, and it is 2, 3, 4, 5d8 because I'm going to cast it at 3rd level. 2, 3, 4, 5. $24 fire damage. Let's stick with the theme here.
All right, 24, you say. Okay.
Yes.
All right, yeah, that was definitely a good amount of damage to him. He definitely looks like he is bleeding now. All right, is that all you want to do?
That is all that I can do at the moment.
Okay. You know what? I have changed my mind. I think I will go ahead and take a break at this point because my bladder is talking to me something fierce. So, yeah, and then we can decide what we want to do once we get back to break. And, yeah, so I will transition.
I'm going to do a full reboot just in case it's planned, so...
Okay, well, I'll go ahead and mute, and then we will be good.
So it's whoever was after me's after
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
We're good. We're all caught up now.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. All right. So yeah, we're all caught up. It is now the.
Not to make that complicated.
Yeah, it is these Guardians' turn to go. All right. So in that case, let me get my map set up here. All right. So we will have the first guy here go right there, and that looks like he's facing again. He's facing Baron. So I guess we'll go ahead and attack Baron and see what the hell happens. That's not going to hit.
Pretty sure it has a disadvantage too.
Yeah, well, the first, okay. Oh yes, right.
He has Hood there.
Hood is in place to impose disadvantage.
Okay, so yeah, so basically it was a natural 5. That's not including the modifiers. So that's +5, and then or a 5, and then a roll. So roll a natural 19. That with the mods that might have hit. I don't know, but either way.
I could not hear what your roll was. You're kind of going in and out a little bit.
Oh no, yeah, definitely why I think we should stop using Discord. For this.
I agree.
All right, and then so either way, you didn't get hit. So, all right, and that would be a 10, and I know that's not going to hit.
No.
All right, and then see then this guy over here. You know what? I'm going to have this guy make a risky move. I'm going to have him take his bow. I'm going to have him fire it. And I'm going to see if I can have him hit the first person there, which is Baron. Let's see. Okay, that would be a natural 2. That's not going to help.
Mm-hmm.
And then for his second attack, let's see. That would be a... I'm assuming 19 does not hit.
19 misses.
All right. So that would be the...
I am a tank.
Yep, you are. All right. That would be their turn. So next in line is Bag of Nails.
Bag of Nails.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of Bag of Nails, for anyone watching, he was not feeling very well, so Ryan had to bow out. So, yeah. Anyway, Bag of Nails.
Bag of Nails is going to go ahead and take out his bow, and he's going to shoot the one directly in front of Baron for that sweet, sweet sneak attack.
Okay. All right.
But bows have range distances.
He may back up a little bit. He has a long bow. Sorry. I am taking over a character sheet for the time being.
Yep, that's totally fine. Take your time. And who are you? Which one are you? You said you're doing the one right in front of...
He's targeting the one that I've already harmed.
Okay, there it is. I see it. Range...
168.
Ooh, I'll have to back up. Oh, no, I have a short bow.
Short bow is 82. So if you're closer than 80, it's disadvantage.
I thought it was between 80 and 320 was disadvantage.
No, between 80 and 320 is like the perfect range. Any sooner or farther is disadvantage. That's the way the book describes it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and fire with disadvantage then.
All right.
So, that's going to be +8 to attack. That's 7 + 8 is 15 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay, I tried.
Yep, that's fair.
Then that is it, because he does not have a multi-attack.
All right.
Really?
Nope, because he's a rogue with 1 level in Barbarian.
Oh.
Okay.
And rogues don't get multi-attack.
All right.
Alright, that's Bag of Nails.
Okay, Bag of Nails, and then next in line is Baron.
Hi.
Hi.
I got the dude in front of me. I got the dude behind him. I think I'm going to Flame Strike. So they will need a dex save.
All right. And that's for both?
Or was that?
Is it for both of them, or just one?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a 10-foot radius, so I'm going to put it right between the two.
All right. So the dex for the guy in front of you is a 16. Where's the guy behind him? Okay, that is definitely not going to hit. That would be a 6.
Sorry, I did not hear that.
The last one is a 6.
Oh no.
Oh, Yeah, well, I guess it would help if the mic was closer to my face.
Might help.
A little bit. All right.
So what was the first one?
I believe I said... Didn't I say 16? I think I said 16.
So that one passes.
Okay. And then the other one was a 6.
Okay, that one definitely doesn't pass.
Yep.
I definitely need more D6s.
You only have disadvantage between the smaller number and the bigger number.
That's not what a different part of the book says, though.
I'll look to be sure.
Alrighty. So do you want to start with the one that passed or failed to save first?
Yeah, let's go with the one with that passed the save.
So that one will take 4 fire damage and...
Get too close.
Sorry, brain mathing.
Okay.
And 9 radiant damage.
Okay.
So 13 damage total.
All right, 13. Let me get the calculator out to make sure I got this right. Let's see. I'm sorry, was it 19?
13 total damage. 4 fire and then 9 radiant.
Okay.
That's the one that passed.
Okay. So, boom, boom. Got that. Okay. And then now let's do the one in the back that failed.
That one takes 28 total.
All right.
9 fire and 19 radiant.
All right. So he is dead. So all you have left is that one right in front of you.
So weird. That is not what...
Unfortunately,
A necessity.
I don't think I can take just a basic action to hit him with anything.
Okay. Well, either way, you still took one down, though.
It was on...
Give me just a second to confirm that I don't have anything left to do.
Okay.
Book stuff.
They have different resources.
And no, I was on technically their player's handbook, and that's not what it said when I was looking it up.
Sorry, we're discovering things about ranged combat that we,
Yeah.
Don't normally have to deal with.
Yeah. Hey, that's good. The more knowledge we have, the better.
I think that's all I can do.
Okay. Then if that's Bairn, then next in line is Gimbal. Sir Gimbal.
I am going to need to bring up my computer so I can move my character a little bit.
All right.
So,
Do you have control? Oh,
yeah, I can.
Why don't you scuttle me behind the guy?
Over here?
Yeah. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wrench his kneecaps.
Damn. Okay, wrench his kneecaps.
That first hit gets a 24
Just
to
to
hit.
be warned, you are currently standing in a giant fire funnel.
Can I no.
So
How long
let me
does it
make sure
last?
let me see how long this thing lasts for a second first.
Okay.
Oh, never mind, it's instantaneous. It's already
Yeah, I
gone.
was gonna say, I thought it was an instant one. It's not.
Okay. All right, so yeah, in that case, then, yeah, you're good.
So that's going to be, for my 2 attacks, I got a 24 and a 29 to hit.
And they both hit.
Dice. 2d10 damage plus 12 total.
You said plus 12?
Yes, that's correct. 25 bludgeoning damage as I just annihilate a kneecap.
Yep, and as you go in with that second attack, you go in there especially hard, and this motherfucker folds. The way his knee just goes out from under him, he's like, and he falls. He does like that slow motion fall behind himself, and you're able to just kind of back away just enough to where, as he's falling, he hits his head, and it's lights out for him. He's dead.
Sorry, Baron. I just thought I'd speed the process up a little bit.
It's all good.
He says solemnly.
It's like, oh.
It's fine. I'm not worried
We
about
still don't
it.
know if there's actually more of them down the other corridor. They just can't do anything while I have a wall of fire for the next, 35 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, either way, that ends combat.
You guys want to find a safe spot to go rest somewhere, or are we going to do some minor exploring?
I mean,
minor exploring is exploring to find a safe spot.
yeah.
Like, it's one and the same.
I think we should explore just long enough to find a good rest point.
Okay.
So I think to make this thing uncomplicated, Sean and Aganel should not be in the same group. They should definitely have to go separate directions.
Hey, Dungeon Daddy, somehow the entire map just revealed itself to me.
What, again?
Yeah, it just ran. I went to
She went to grab Cavrat.
I went to grab and then it blinked, and then like 90% of the black on this map is gone.
Oh no! What is?
Oh, hey, look! That was the room with the Otube that you were in.
Mm-hmm.
Up to the right a little bit.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, hey.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. And so now is everyone able to see the?
No, I've got the shroud, and nothing actually stays uncovered.
I'm gonna
That's the
pretend I
problem.
can't see things.
Okay, yeah, because I don't know why that's happening. I think probably I have a feeling that when we start Avernus, I may just have to not do this pro thing for Roll20 anymore. Because this is starting to sound like it's being a pain in the butt.
Hey, Astral.
I think
We're
Roll20's having some
blinders.
issues today, period.
And I
So,
would really love to show you the full map that I've made.
Yeah.
what direction you guys want to explore first?
Sick. All right. Oh,
Well, I
and
think I want to explore down this way.
okay.
Okay.
What?
All right. So all right, go. Let's see. All right. So yeah. So you just see. So at this point, you see a hallway, with a T-junk end. Let's see. Let me make sure I.
So Bag of Nails and Gimbal are going to go the opposite direction, right? So we can split the party.
Because you know that always works.
It works for us.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, it fixed itself.
Oh.
I'm shrouded again.
Okay. Good. That must have been a. That was really weird. That was really
That's the
weird.
glitch.
Yeah. All right. All right. So in this case, all right. So as kind of comes around the corner, let's see. All right.
Just kinda...
So yeah. So as you're there, you're seeing a long pathway to both your left and right, and it goes again to get Cavarak's perspective. There's a much longer hallway to his left, which looks like it has some kind of a. It looks like maybe some kind of a door kind of thing down the hallway, and then on the other side, you see the hallway doesn't stretch nearly as long, and it looks like it goes into some kind of a room. What are you doing?
I mean, I want to investigate what looks like this blue thingy on a
I
map.
see a blue shiny.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on here. Okay.
I saw that, Scott.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. All right. So, let's see. So, okay, let me get to the appropriate. Jeez, man, I really need to get to the right page here. Okay, that was that room. Okay. All right. This dusty room is 15 feet square and empty except for an ornate rectangular mirror mounted on the wall opposite the room's only exit. Let's see. Let me look here. And okay, anyone like so I want let's see, Cavarak and Bairn to make me a charisma saving throw, please.
Oh, that's the one I'm good at.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm complaining.
I'm okay at it.
Ooh, sweet. I got 27.
Okay, that passes. All right, and Bairn, what did you get for charisma?
12.
12? Well, I'd hate to tell you this there, sir, but you, as you're kind of peeking around Kavrak, you see this mirror, and then suddenly you end up getting pulled past Kavrak, and you end up going into the mirror, into an empty cage, in suddenly what looks like some kind of a really foggy room that you can't see past 10 feet in. And you do manage to see a couple other cages around you, and one of them is empty, and the other one seems to have a body inside of it, but on closer inspection, it has been burned to a crisp.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm. And so yeah, and then roll me a perception check, Baron.
First off, do you want to teleport me somewhere?
Nope. You've already been teleported. You have just entered. Yeah, because you've just
on
entered
the map though, so I can actually.
Oh. Okay. How about right there?
And the perception's a 14.
Okay. You aren't able to see anything, but somewhere out in this fog, you're hearing something like this really low growl. Something, it sounds like something very, very large is hovering somewhere just outside your peripheral, or outside of your field of vision currently.
Okay.
Let's see. Let me read here, because I just want to make sure. I've never used this particular item before with where you are, because how many who here can guess what just happened?
On the desk and everything.
I have no idea.
Okay.
Real quick, on the cage I'm in, is there a feeling around, so I'll probably throw investigate, an actual key lock hole somewhere?
Okay, let me read this real quick to make sure. Let's see.
Well,
Let's see.
you're more equipped for it.
Okay, well, you're trying to feel around, and you're not really able to feel anything as far as ways to get out of the cage. But you are hearing something very, very, very large kind of coming towards you a little bit. Let's see. Now, while he's in there doing that, I guess Kavarak, I want you to make me. Let me read here. There's a lot of details on this particular item. Let's see.
I'm gonna guess casting the light's not gonna do jack diddly.
Probably really not, because the fog is thick enough to where it, does stop you from seeing about 10 feet past that. So, I wish I could quickly find. Okay. Do you have? Give me an arcane or an arcana check, Kavarak.
Oh.
And I guess if you want to figure out kind of where you're at, Baron, you can make an arcana check as well.
I got a 17.
Okay.
I got a 10.
Okay.
I'll sit quietly.
You're still not completely sure what's going on, because it's like all of a sudden 1 minute you're in the hallway and the next minute you're suddenly instantly teleported into this foggy room with this cage. But Kavarak, you look upon this grand ornate mirror, it's nice looking ornate mirror, and you kind of realize that this particular item is a, oh my gosh, what's it called again? It is a mirror of life trapping. Yeah. And you know that that it's possible for creatures to suddenly get teleported into the mirror. So, yeah, what do you want to do? And I will say, you said you got a 17, correct, on that Arcana? Yeah. I'll say that you also know that that with these particular types of mirrors, you know, your knowledge on magical items, you realize that these mirrors also have a command word to activate and deactivate them.
I do have things to do, by the way.
Okay. All right, so yeah, let's quickly go back over to Bairn. What would you like to do?
So, since I can't apparently ability save myself to save my life, literally, I'm casting Identify, and since the only thing I can touch right now is, in fact, the cage, finding out all its wondrous properties the magical way.
Well, you find that...
First off, is it a magic item or not, blah, 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 anything like that.
Okay. I will... No, okay, how about this? I'll give you this particular bit of information as well. As you are, before you do anything final with the Identify spell, you do see just past it, side within your range of view, you do see what looks like a mirror, like an ornate. You're on the other side of the same mirror, but you can actually see the mirror just kind of floating there in the air. So yeah.
Step 1, out of the cage.
Okay. Well, the cage seems to be... There's nothing really special about this cage, but what is the range of the Identify spell?
It's a touch.
Oh, it's a touch? Okay. So then basically, yeah, excuse me, you don't really find anything in particular with the cage itself. Let's see. And is there any...
been brought into the room at all?
It has no magical properties whatsoever?
The cage itself, no.
No,
Are there any spells affecting it?
He's a pretty cowardly guy in general. He's like brought in.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
But I think...
Let's see.
I have an idea.
Was it created by a spell?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to think here. How do we want to do this? Okay, so I will say for both, for those of you who are outside the mirror and still in the room/hallway, what do you guys want to do? Is there anything in particular?
I don't have any more rope because I gave it all to Gimbal and Bag of Nails. Mm-hmm. But my thought would be to try and, pass rope through, see if it, will go through, sort of thing. My theory is, if Bjorn went through, I can throw some rope in after him, and it might go to him, would be Kavarak's thought process.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, well, whatever you want to do. It's all up to you.
What gemstones do we have access to? Has anybody looted any kind of gemstones of any kind?
I did. I thought that's overtly helpful. I have a fair amount of turquoises.
But unfortunately...
You're in another dimension.
I don't know if Bag of Nails has been tracking his loot.
Ooh, I do have an idea what to do.
All right.
No. I've got a goat's head staff that might have a gem in it. I don't know what the staff does. I don't know if you'll get hurt if you try and take it apart. Got it.
Let's see. I remember where that was, so I can give you the appropriate any of the appropriate information about Sid. Let's see. Okay, that is
the pathway with the dead body.
Yeah, I'm trying to find that particular map so I know what number here in the book to go to.
Gimble's thought process while you're looking that up is, I bet if I could get him to plane shift in some way, either blue or link, which I have both of those spells prepared, then I think that gets you out of these mirrors.
Hey, yeah, do it.
But how do we get that information to him?
SWAT can deliver a spell for me.
SWAT's broken. You haven't fixed SWAT.
And I need $100 worth of gemstones to fix him again.
Oh, we don't have that.
I need gemstones or crystals of some form.
Oh, no.
We don't have that.
Okay, yeah, so
I do have a low probability thing I can try.
Yeah. All right, so real quick, though, as far as that goat-headed staff, all it says is that it is a staff tipped with a bronze goat head.
Okay.
So, there's no gems or jewels of any kind on it.
I couldn't remember its description, at all.
Okay, that's fair. That's good thinking, though. Actually, you know what? Just because I'll give you inspiration for trying to think outside the box there, so be inspired.
I forget I'm literally thinking outside the box.
Yeah.
I have an 11% chance of doing something.
Gambling on the assumption that this spell will work.
Yeah. All right. What do you got in mind there, Baron?
Get it from me.
Divine intervention.
All right.
You haven't.
11% chance of get me the hell out of here, my holy deity.
All right. Well, yeah, hey, give it a shot.
I didn't use it anything because I was going to do a rope trick, but then I realized that the spell wouldn't be helpful, so I just have 3 bundles of rope on me.
Holy crap.
That's enough rope on a gnome's person that you would be able to physically see the rope.
Yo.
I rolled it.
What did you roll?
I only needed between a 0 and 11, and I rolled a 4 on 100.
Oh my god. Oh, okay. So, before anything happens, please read me the spell so I know how to proceed.
Divine intervention. Beginning at 10th level, you can call on your deity to intervene on your behalf when your need is great. Imploring your deity's aid requires you to use your action. Describe the assistance you seek. Roll a percentile die. If you roll a number equal to or lower than your cleric level, your deity intervenes.
Oh my god, whoa.
The DM chooses the nature of the intervention. The effect of any clerical spell or clerical domain spell would be appropriate. If your deity intervenes, you can't use this feature again for 7 days.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, okay.
I rolled a 4.
All right, so ultimately you want to see if you can teleport out of this area
I'm praying for getting me out of this. How I get out of this, I don't care.
Okay, so as you're sitting there in the cage, you're like, what the hell's going on? What do I do? You think oh, yes, my deity. Oh, sweet, sweet deity, help me. And, and you pray hard enough. And at this point, your deity hears you. And let's see, what was it? I know, wasn't it the dwarven one?
I have Hephaestus.
Hephaestus? Yep, and you kind of see in this vision, you see the the tattered face of Hephaestus coming through. Yeah, you can see him. Oh, I see, you're trapped. Let me help you. And then he kind of pulls back in where he suddenly disappears. And then just as you feel a great hand, grab your body, kind of around, your arms and stuff, you just happen to look back behind you, and out of the fog, you see the head of a very large red dragon kind of coming at you to see what's going on. And then just as it tries to fire his breath weapon at you, you're feeling the heat of the fire breath, but just before it hits you, you feel emptiness. And then the next moment, you feel yourself tumble out of the mirror, and you get literally thrown into Kavrak, and you both get knocked back to here. And you both are on the ground, and he is now outside with you guys.
Hey guys, you doing okay? Everything going all right?
In the 3 years I've played D&D, this is only the second time I've ever gotten that kind of thing to work.
Nice. Because honestly, I was very worried of how things would work if you didn't get that.
I want to say I did not cheese that roll at all.
Mm-hmm.
I literally rolled, and then I had to check again to make sure I actually saw what I saw.
Well, yeah, and so, yeah, you guys are all safely back into the hallway. What are you guys doing?
Nope.
Going the other direction.
I can just see now. Baron's like climbing over one. Nope. I'm done with that shit. Nope, I'm out.
But guys, what was in the room? I want to check it out.
Don't. It's a trap. It's a mirror that'll suck you in. Just don't.
It's Red Dragon Inn. It's fine.
We could use.
No, don't.
I'll follow their judgment.
Okay.
I am realizing the components I'm missing. I am on the lookout for any kind of gemstones that may be decorating this place, or if there's any kind of like filigree in the walls. I'm on the lookout for gems, Dungeon Daddy.
All right.
You want 3 turquoises?
Oh, that's right. I can take those from him now, can't I?
Well,
how much are those turquoises worth?
Welcome to them.
Yeah. All right. So yeah. How much? So those turquoises, how much are they worth total?
There's only 3 of them that I got.
Okay. Was there a price value to them?
You told me to take them.
I'll look it up the gem chart real quick.
Okay.
Unfortunately, most of our useful swag is currently in Beleg's hideout. So
yeah. And yes, I almost forgot to put you guys in the correct area on the stream. So anyone watching, I'm totally sorry you guys didn't see any of that.
Oh no!
So that's totally fine though, because it was just scrolled up a little bit. So it's all good.
Turquoise is looks like a. Yeah. Wait, where's the Dungeon Master's Guide? Is that over there by any chance?
Let's see.
Yes, it is.
Let's see.
I can steal that.
Wait, wrong one.
Oops. This would be the purpley one.
I'm presuming they're just regular. They're 10 GP each.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so according to the Forgotten Realms wiki... Oh, come on, stupid ad. Let's see. In 4th edition, it would have been worth 100 gold pieces, but in 5th edition, it says that each one is worth 10 gold pieces.
Yeah, I thought so.
Unless you get special versions of them.
Yeah, so yeah, at this point, we'll just...
Still on the lookout, then.
Okay. Well, that sucks. That would have been nice, though.
You're a third of the way there.
Let's see. Yeah. All right. Yeah, and even Zynar here in the chat says that it was that the... oh, yeah, that's right. I completely forgot to change that. Let me change the title to this whole stream, because clearly I know...
By the way, I do let them know that there's an ancient red dragon through that portal.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I won't go in
You automatically end up in a cage with no lock.
Let's see. All right.
Next.
All right, there, and hit done. Okay, so if you guys reset the deal or your stream, it should have changed.
Okay.
Let's see.
By the way.
Oh yeah, well, I guess technically he's still up where you guys were fighting that thing, fighting all those dwarven dudes. Okay, so. Okay, so Baron looks like he's deciding to check out this whole area right here. Let's see. Let me get you a description. All right. Okay, a stone slab blocks the end of this corridor. Painted on the slab is the image of a gaunt male humanoid wearing a hooded cloak. Its face a mask of stars. The figure's withered left hand is raised with palm extended. So its face is like completely starry, and he's kind of like doing this kind of thing.
Oh.
I can't see what you're doing.
Okay.
Sort of. Okay.
Yeah, so his arm, like one arm is kind of raised and his palm is out and
Okay.
opened.
In the Captain Morgan pose.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Well, I don't know what to make of
Who has the hand of Vecna?
Nobody yet.
that. And this wasn't the only way we could go, right? There were other ways we could explore.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, like if you guys went up, you guys could go to the left where
We had
those...
roots up top we can still explore.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of other
Including
areas.
where the burger were coming
I think
down.
we should go the other way for. Oh, and there's. No, wait, that's the way we.
Yeah. So we gotta go northward.
Yeah, I think we should check out.
After we finish the one at the very top, I'll end the fire so we can explore that way too. That's still going.
Now,
Oh, so all the way up into the right.
okay, so that fire, is that a concentration spell?
1 full minute. Oh, it would have ended when I went teleported. Never
Yeah,
mind.
okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, okay, I'll just go ahead and get rid of that. Let me do that so we can see where we are on stream. All right, so yeah, so from here, you guys can either hang left, or you guys can go back where you guys came from, or you can kind of go up there and then down the stairs to go into that main column area proper.
Alright, so how are we going to split the party?
Stairs yet.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go this way.
Cameron's going that way, I'll go up top.
Okay.
I will go with Big Tall, and Bag of Nails will go with Baird.
Okay. All right, so first I will do where Baron is going. Let's see. Let me look. All right. At the bottom of the grand staircase, a resonant mechanical rumbling emanates from a dark shaft opening up in the middle of the chamber's floor. 4 Syndrulic statue or stone pedestals surround the shaft, each 10 feet tall, 5 feet wide, and featuring a tiny slot in its side. Squatting atop each pedestal is a large 4-armed gargoyle.
Where's Nani when we need her?
Yeah.
Right.
And okay, and then so for, looks like since Kavrak and Gimbal is over there, what direction are you guys wanting to go? You guys want to kind of go up or to the left?
Well, I want to know what's over here first, actually.
All right.
What am I looking at over here?
All right. All right. What appears to be a large stone door looms at the end of the hallway, but it bears no handles or hinges. Jutting from the wall on either side of the door are 2 matching bronze sculptures, each the head and neck of a serpent with fangs bared. On the lintel above the door is inscribed the following message in common: "Warm like flame, cold for the cruel, still for the dead, gruel for the ghoul." Let's see, and since you're literally that close to it, you are the stench of rotting flesh wafts into your nose. It just smells really putrid where you are right now.
Okay. So, no, I don't like that.
Okay. Let's see, Gimbal. What are you doing?
At the moment, I think, especially because of like, I came up to a situation where I was unprepared.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I couldn't use SWAT to follow a train of thought that I needed.
Mm-hmm.
And that sort of has Gimbal a little like worried. He's like, "Oh, I'm not being as useful as I need to be."
Mm-hmm.
So I am just like looking around for any kind of gemstones, looking around for the loot necessary. Even though we might be in like clean hallways, he's getting a little paranoid.
Yeah. So it almost sounds like there's a certain level of desperation in trying to find something, anything.
Absolutely.
All right. Give me a perception check if you want to kind of look around the immediate area, or at least in the hallway.
I don't think he's going to find anything. It's just that's why he's not being terribly useful.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right.
I did get a 15 for perception.
Mm-hmm.
But at the moment, I think he really is just sort of following Kavrak and trying to make sure that Kavrak is safe.
Okay. Well, I mean,
How you doing, Big Paul?
Well, I mean, you definitely, keeping in mind that there is a number of these just strangely, physically changed-looking dwarves in your presence. You definitely find each of these guys had an axe on them, a battle axe specifically, and I think it was a short crossbow, I believe, without pulling up the statistic for it. So those are going to be obvious things you're going to be able to find.
I think I'm actually going to grab a crossbow if that's okay. That's a piece of equipment Gimbal could really benefit from.
Yeah. All right. Let me double check on what they have. Yeah. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah. It is a light crossbow. So that is what you're picking up. And if you would like, I'm sure. Yeah. You would actually. Yeah. As you're kind of searching in the dead bodies vicinity, you do find. There are definitely there's a good amount of bolts. Let me see how many you find. Holy crap! Okay, you find 20 bolts or 20 arrows for this thing. So I rolled a nat 20 on that.
Does that mean it's actually 40 arrows?
No. All right, so and Bairn, what are you doing?
Investigating.
All right, you are investigating. Okay, that is that one. Let's see. Get to my notes, my appropriate notes. Let's see. Okay.
I rolled an 8.
Okay. You don't find anything in particular.
Checking the pillars, by the way.
What was that?
Checking the pillars first.
Okay, so you do see. Let's see.
So I'm assuming those are pillars.
Okay, yeah. So for the moment, I will go ahead and just have these guys set right there. So we remember that there are gargoyles sitting there. Let's see.
They are gargoyles proper. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you okay. So, and I'll say, plus as you were coming down the stairs, this is something you also notice. Each gargoyle is contained within a square made of metallic tiles embedded in the top of its pedestal. Starting with the northernmost pedestal and going clockwise, the tiles are copper, silver, gold, and platinum. So that is definitely something that you would notice, with or without that particular check. Let's see. And let me see if I can give you anything else. Let's see. And then you also notice that there are little coin-sized slots in each of these pillars as well.
Shocking.
I don't have any platinum coins. I don't have any money on me, apparently.
But we left most of our loot from the one T back in Bellig's house, so...
I I see.
Oh no! Oh no!
I have gold on me. That's about it.
I don't remember us leaving anything specifically.
Like, well, either way, yeah. So, what are you doing then? So it's like, I guess in this case, yeah, Baron, what are you up to then with this information?
I'll also look down and see what's in the pit.
Let's see. Down the shaft. Let me see here real quick. So I can make sure. Okay, so as you are kind of looking down, you do first notice that the shaft on the floor is 10 feet wide, and it is 15 feet deep. And the sides of that shaft is very smooth. And down, and from what you can kind of tell, it's kind of hard to see, but you definitely.
I was waiting for you to say that.
But you're hearing what sounds like a large body of water.
Large what?
A large body of water down there.
Water, quote
Yeah.
unquote.
Yeah, and you're trying to.
It's definitely not a square gelatinous cube down there. No, not at all.
Oh no. But thanks.
Do you mean it's not wine?
Well, okay. At the very least, you hear what definitely sounds like at least some kind of liquid, for sure. But it just sounds very watery. I mean, I guess,
Yes.
I guess compared to even compared to the wine, I guess that sounds watery too. So,
I
Yeah.
wonder if the wine weird survived the fall.
well, you'll never know because that was in the mirror version. So you would
Oh,
have.
that's right.
Hey guys, we need to take a quick break. I need to go up 3 flights of stairs to check on someone. Oh, hey, friend.
I'm redoing the group.
now.
Okay. All right. So what are we doing?
I'm checking out this stairs.
Okay. Okay. You know what? Actually, if you're going to be doing that, this actually might be a good place to stop, as it is just about that time.
That
Yeah.
means that whatever's down those stairs is going to be a lot.
I mean, maybe it just
Wait.
depends. It depends on what you guys do.
Just so we're clear, would this corner be a nice spot to kind of take turns taking a rest, by the way?
Well,
Now that we cleared out everything?
this is some form of
Door?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying that we have a relatively secure little passageway thus far.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I
that.
don't know if I would call this secure. It's got 3 separate entrances.
none
which-
of them.
Of which we found no way to get past the other ones on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
We've been Deus Ex Machina from going through one on the one that the Cataract's going towards.
Mm-hmm. Actually, yeah. Wait, I'm looking at the map here, and suddenly I do not see you, Kavarak, anywhere on the map. Am I going crazy?
Right there.
I'm right here.
Oh,
We're
okay.
missing Bellic, though.
Oh, okay. There it is. Because suddenly you got you're like, for some reason on my end. Okay, that's fine. Okay. So yeah, but either way, yeah. So what is it that you guys want to do then, as far as rest and whatnot?
I don't
think it's safe.
I don't think it's safe either. I'm so
Do
sorry.
we have a safe spot?
We're looking for a safe spot, but we're gonna have to continue to look for a safe spot next time, since there's what, 2 minutes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is very true. So yeah. All right.
Hopefully we'll take a long rest early next session, but I don't think it's happening this time.
I'll
Yeah.
check out the back door before we bounce, though, just so we can see what's going on.
Yeah. All right,
Well,
but
that's what I looked at.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the one that had the 2 snake heads by it. So.
2 snake heads and the smell of rotting flesh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
lovely.
Yeah. All right, but yeah, we will definitely figure all that out next week. So on that end, let me pull up my OBS, and yeah, I guess we will call this good. So on that end, everyone, thank you guys for coming and having fun, and we will see everyone in a couple
I
of
don't know
weeks.
why I just waved.
Yeah. And then the next game, should be on the 14th of February, but that's kind of
Valentine's Day.
that is Valentine's Day, so that will be iffy because I don't know, what we're all going to be doing that day. So
like we've got anything planned.
Yeah. Well, either way, we will see what happens as we get closer to that particular day. So, all right. So, anyway, though, on that end, we will see everyone either in 2 weeks or in 4 weeks. So, anyway, on that end, we will see everyone later. See you guys. Bye.